अभी हम बहुत सुंदर सा दूसरा गीत सुनेंगे। उसका मीनिंग बहुत ही सुंदर सा लिरिक्स है उसमें। वो गीत का बोल है, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, दुर्गम को पार करके हिमालय कोई चढ़ा है। लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारे एक दिन, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारे एक दिन, होगा विशाल तरवर वो बीज जो पड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते हर गीस हुआ पड़ा है। कभी हारना ना हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, कभी हारना ना हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, हजारों कदम बढ़ा ले वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। ओम शांति। एक दो लाइन्स हम सभी मिलके गाएंगे। हमने अभी तक सुने थे, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से क्या कहना है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। हम सभी दो लाइन मिलके गाएंगे, सभी गाएंगे ना, ठीक है। ये मत कहो खुदा से, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, 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 मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू विष्णु प्रिया बहन। इन्हें खुदा का वरदान है मधुर वाणी का, और साथ में संगीत और मधुर वाणी जब मिक्स हो जाता है तो सचमुच में अंदर में ताकत आ जाती है। कौन बड़ा, समस्या या खुदा और खुदा के बच्चे? So proceeding with the program, we are here ready for the panel, but I would like to remind you, if you have any question, you have an opportunity to send your questions to us on WhatsApp on number 800-800-2890. हमारे बीच हमारे सभी पैनलिस्ट मौजूद हैं, and I would like to introduce and also welcome all the guests here. For firstly and foremostly our very chief panelist, Dr.Varaprasad Reddy garu. He is founder of Hyderabad-based Indian biotechnology company, Shanta Biotech Limited. It was established in 1993. It was the first Indian company to develop, manufacture and market recombinant human healthcare product. He was the first person to develop and produce first indigenous rDNA hepatitis B vaccine. We will listen to that story also from his own words. And this vaccine was affordable at affordable price. It was recognized, approved by WHO. Dr. Varaprasad Reddy has got many prestigious awards, and the most prestigious in one was Padam Bhushan by Government of India in 2005, and most currently one being the Lifetime Achievement Awards in 2019 by CEO Clubs of India. He has won number of prestigious awards, and now serving as director on boards of various prestigious companies. So welcome brother, welcome to our panel. Along with brother, we have our respected Kuldeep Behenji. Kuldeep Behenji, Director, Shanti Sarovar. I'll request sisters to please welcome respected Kuldeep Behenji. Kuldeep Behenji is practicing Rajyoga meditation at the age of 3 years. She has dedicated her life for the service of mankind more than 60 years. She is Vice President for a Sports Wing of Brahma Kumaris, Regional Coordinator for Brahma Kumaris in Hyderabad, and Director Shanti Sarovar, the one who opens her heart to welcome you, to arrange the program, to design everything, the one who is actually holding us from the background, Kuldeep Behenji. Welcome Behenji. And along with Kuldeep Behenji, we have Sister Praveena. Praveena Ben is direct from headquarters of Brahma Kumaris. I will request sisters to please welcome Praveena Benji. Praveena Benji has a rich experience to being with our former administrative head Dadi Janki ji. So Praveena Benji among us. Along with her we have Dr. Subhash Agarwal ji. He is director of RIKH Textile Development Corporation Private Limited. Welcome brother Subhash ji. It's 4 other associate companies, and currently he is president of Cloth Merchant Association. He is an active social worker. He is active member of Manav Seva Manch. He is actively associated with Ekal Abhiyan, where more than 1 lakh schools are running in remote villages of the country. So we all are here. And our very own brother RamPrakash ji. Brother RamPrakash ji, who has been with us since the beginning of this program and who has enlightened us like anything. So we are going to start our panel discussions. Keep sending your questions. We will consider your questions. Thank you. Can we sit, Benji, 1 minute meditation में बैठ जाए? So we will sit in one moment of silence and then we will start discussions. Om Shanti. So, our first question is with Varaprasad Reddy ji. Bhai sir, we know that you have a very versatile background, like you are coming from agriculture background, then you have studies in engineering, then as a scientist in defense, and then you have developed vaccines. So you have seen the business industry for a long time, and we can see the definition of stress is changing. Since beginning, every decade it is changing. So do you feel there is difference between stress then and now? Is it changing in real sense, or stress is same in business and industry, but we are taking it in a different way? What do you say, Vaisa?
I take Om Shanti. Namaskar to everyone. I have a question to answer. Any difference between the stress I have gone through in earlier times and the present times? Yes. The amplitudes, that means the level of stress and kinds of stress, they keep changing. Jagat means the universe. The meaning of Jagat is it is always changing, it is not static. At different times, different priorities, different levels of lifestyles, they keep emerging because of economic situation in the country or world, and also the political environment and the lifestyles people are adopting based on the innovations in technology. At one time, the consumerism was not that great. We had a very contented life. If you recall, around 40-50 years back, people, the pattern of lifestyle was different than today because of consumerism. At that time, the goals were very simple and achievable. Competition was very less. Everyone can choose what they like. Today, that is not the situation. Hello. The changing times brought different levels of stress. I was mentioning about consumerism. If a family acquires a car, and that used to be for almost their lifetime. Today, every 1 year or 2 years, people are changing their cars. Communication revolution brought in many gadgets. To get a phone at the house, we have to wait for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. People who have possessed a telephone are supposed to be very influential people. Maybe in the country, only 4% of the people had telephones. Can you imagine now, from a rich man to the local roadside vendor, he also has a telephone. The daily wage earner also, he is having a telephone. And that too, the models of cell phones are changing so fast. Everybody changes their cell phone in every 1 year, if not, I am not wrong. So all these gadgets are putting a lot of pressure on the individuals to keep on acquiring them, and it causes some sort of stress. The income is limited, the expenditure is enormous. These kind of stresses were more and more increasing because of technology. And if you talk about my industrial experience, the competition was not this much in those days. Now it is a herd mentality. If I am successful in one line of business, there are 25 people waiting in the queue to do the same thing. Nobody wants to think innovatively. If somebody is successful, herd mentality, around 25 people will stand in the queue to do the same product, same line of business. That causes a lot of stress. And the ethical values are falling down because of consumerism. Needs are increasing, wants are increasing, but sources are very limited. Naturally, they go through stress and tension, and that will cause compromisation of ethical values. The moment you start sliding down on ethical values, stress automatically will increase. Your Atma inside will not accept that, to compromise on ethics. But your brain, it will come with a logic. When entire world is moving forward, why are you counting on ethics? You are. So this kind of what you call friction between heart and mind will cause you This also causing me stress. Every 1 minute if it is going. So, the continuous friction between heart and mind will cause you stress. Stress will lead to worry, and the other way also. Worry also can lead you to stress. The worry sometimes will come to you because of the competition, because of the economic situations, because of your health, because of the environment, because of the political situation, because of many things. All these things will lead to stress. Stress levels are increasing. Undoubtedly, the entire world is moving towards most stressful times. We can't avoid this. These are the side effects of innovations and technologies. Our ancestors lived very peacefully without these kind of gadgets. They had robust health. They were very contented people. Whatever income comes was good enough to have a peaceful, ethical, nice life. Today, there is no limit for your needs and wants. They are unlimited. To cope up with that, you have to definitely slide down in ethical values, which will eventually cost you on health because of the worry, some attitudes, and everything you are on a rat race to cope up with the requirements, to fulfill your needs. In those times, some ethical values were there, and also anything to be done through industry, we used to approach the people who are meant for it. For example, I need a license. I can go to local district industrial center, I can make an application, and it will be done by the officer. Slowly, I have been observing in the industrial sector, entire power is being taken away from the local sources. It is all centralized. Today we have many ministers, but they don't have any power. It will be at CM office or PM office, your level of influence has to go up. That causes you stress. The decision making is centralized at one point, which is not easy for you to go and resolve. For industry, there are many requirements, and all those requirements cannot be fulfilled by the sectors which were assigned for them to do that. It is all centrally concentrating at one point. That will cause a lot of stress. So our times when we started industry was different. Today, the new entrepreneurs, they have to go through terrible amount of stress, not easy, and competition also, unethical competition. Healthy competition is always better for you. You can make a better product at a low cost. Ultimately, the consumer will get benefit of the competition. But today, the competition levels are so ugly. They are not ethical competitions. One will cut the other person's resources. They will malign them. We have a powerful media today. One bad word, if you put into media circle, that will destroy any company. Media influence has gone up. Everyone has to be very alert. What it comes today may not come tomorrow. Today you are a great source of inspiration for many youth. And tomorrow somebody will put a wrong word about you, that also will spread like a wildfire. We are worried about environment, we are worried about media, we are worried about political situations, we are worried about the close competition. These are all increasing stressful times. In my opinion, we are marching towards more stressful times.
When you say we are marching towards most stressful time, and as you were explaining that these are side effects of all the inventions, so industry is getting a lot of ups and downs in between. So then I would like to request Brother Subhash. So as we say, there are ups and downs in industry, maybe in a simple business also, there are many ups and downs. We cannot control government, or we cannot directly control the environment. Hello. Do you think, is there any impact of our thinking on ups, the hurdles which we find during our business means अच्छा या बुरा सोचने से हमारे बिजनेस पर ऐसा कोई प्रभाव पड़ता है, क्योंकि डायरेक्टली तो हम गवर्नमेंट को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते या किसी और चीज़ की परिस्थिति को, सो हमारी सोच का हमारे बिजनेस से कोई संबंध है क्या?
Om Shanti. First of all, we have to understand that there is a drastic change in the mode of business and the factors influencing business earlier and as on today. Earlier, traditional businesses were there, and the factors determining the outcome of the business results were normal factors. We always knew that after Diwali, Holi will come. In the Holi season, some festivity, colors will be sold at a higher quantity, and then other festivals will come, and accordingly the demand will be there. But with globalization, nothing can be predicted. And if you observe carefully, prices fall at the peak of the season, because there is a supply from Cambodia about the same product and prices fall down. So with the era of globalization, nothing is predictable and abnormal factors control business which are beyond your limits. So now if you think that how to reduce stress, see, earlier also stress was there, now also stress is there. We cannot predict what would happen. And in this sense, if we want to control stress, the only way is that it is our duty to do our actions continuously, dedicatedly, and dedicate ourselves to the business. We should not have a worry, anxiety about the future and the results of the action done by us in the business. A person does a lot of work in his business. He has dedicated himself, but the result is zero sometimes because of abnormal factors. So taking stress earlier and taking stress today is of no meaning, because as specified in Gita, karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karam phal hetur bhurma the sango astva karmani. Your duty is only to do things, deeds and other things. The result, don't worry. So when you don't worry about the results, there is no stress earlier also, there will be no stress today also.
Thank you so much, Vaisa. And thanks to our audience, we are getting continuous questions here. And till now, we are exceeding with 15 questions now. इसमें बहुत सारे पर्सनल क्वेश्चंस भी हैं और थोड़े बिजनेस से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस भी हैं. सो मैं कुलदीप बहन जी से पूछना चाहूँगी. बहन जी, दो क्वेश्चन बहुत सिमिलर आए हैं कि जैसे हम काम करते हैं, बहुत जो वर्किंग हैं फैमिली में, दो लोग दोनों भी काम करते हैं. आजकल के जो लाइफ स्टाइल है उसमें खर्चे को मीट करने के लिए हम जब काम करते हैं तो ऐसा हो जाता है कि बहुत जल्दी हमको टेंशन हो जा रहा है और एक प्रकार के थॉट पैटर्न में हम स्टक हो जाते हैं. तो ऐसे समय में अगर सामने से कोई और हम पर गुस्सा कर देता है तो हमको हमारा एथिक्स और सब एक साथ ख़राब हो जा रहा है. ऐसे समय में हम अपने आप को कैसे हैंडल करें? मतलब हमारी परिस्थिति भी क्राइसिस में है और सामने वाला भी हमसे बहुत रफ बिहेव कर रहा है. ऐसे समय में हम क्या करें?
ओम शांति। आज की दुनिया में जैसे अभी हम सुन रहे थे, लोगों के खर्च बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। जैसे भाई साहब ने बताया, मोबाइल के बिना तो छोटे से छोटे व्यक्ति का भी काम नहीं चलता है। तो दुनिया में इन सब चीज़ों को पाने के लिए फिर मनुष्य को कमाने के लिए भी बहुत समय चाहिए। इतना ही नहीं कि पति पत्नी, बल्कि हम देखते बाल बच्चों सहित सब कमाने जाते हैं तो भी हमारी जो नीड्स हैं उसको हम फुलफ़िल नहीं कर पा रहे। देखा जाए तो मनुष्य की आवश्यकताएं कम है, इच्छाएं ज़्यादा हैं। इस कारण उसे धन ज़्यादा कमाने के लिए सभी को अपना समय लगाना पड़ता है। और क्योंकि हम अपने आप को समय नहीं दे पाते हैं, जो आत्मा है, जो इस शरीर को चलाने वाली है, उसके अंदर कोई शक्ति नहीं है। मोबाइल को आप घड़ी घड़ी चार्ज करते हो, जितना स्मार्टफोन में जितना उसमें फैसिलिटीज़ हैं उतना आपको चार्जिंग भी घड़ी घड़ी करना पड़ता है। आप सोचिए उसमें जितने एप्लीकेशन है उससे ज़्यादा हमारे माइंड में है। अब हम अपने माइंड को क्या फूड देते हैं? हमारा मन अंदर से आप देखेंगे सब मनुष्य बोलते हैं हम खाली हो गए, कुछ भी नहीं है। अगर आप एक दिन भोजन नहीं करते हो तो कितना आपको इरिटेशन, गुस्सा बढ़ता है। आज गुस्से का कारण भी है हमारे अंदर शक्ति नहीं है, सहन शक्ति नहीं, कोई परिस्थिति का सामना करने की शक्ति नहीं, सुनने की शक्ति नहीं। बड़ों का छोटा भी नहीं सुन सकते हैं, तो आज सुनाने की शक्ति है लेकिन सुनने की शक्ति नहीं है। लेकिन मेडिटेशन हमें इन सब स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन में हेल्प करता है। अगर हम अपने मन की तार परमात्मा से जोड़ कर रखते हैं, उसके साथ बार बार हम अपने आप को कनेक्ट कर पाते हैं, तो हमारे में ऐसी शक्ति आती है कि हम आपस में भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग से चलते हैं। जैसे हमारे पास भी कुछ भाई बहनें दोनों जॉब करते हैं। आप भी जानते हैं, पत्नी भी जानती है, पति थक कर आता है, उसको भोजन समय पर चाहिए। पति को भी मालूम है मेरी पत्नी भी जॉब करके आएगी, शायद वो लेट हो गई तो मेरा भी कर्तव्य है उसके लिए कुछ प्रबंध करना। अगर पहले पति आ जाए तो उसका भी एक कर्तव्य है, क्योंकि हम फैमिली के मेंबर्स एक दूसरे के पार्ट्स भी हैं, पार्टनर्स भी हैं। हमारा सबका इक्वल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। अगर पति पत्नी के आने से पहले चाय बना दे तो गुस्सा करने की सिचुएशन नहीं आएगी, बल्कि प्यार आएगा। कितना अच्छा है मेरा हस्बैंड, मेरा इतना ध्यान रखता है। पत्नी भी उसका ध्यान रखती है, क्योंकि हमने एक बार देखा एक पति सारा दिन, वो भी अनएम्प्लॉयड थी भले, लेकिन काम तो पत्नी को ऑफिस से ज़्यादा करना पड़ता है। अगर वो कमाती है तो उसके ऊपर डबल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, घर की भी और ऑफिस की भी। उसका पति हमेशा बोलता था तू क्या करती है, ऐसे बैठी रहती, कुछ काम ना धाम, मैं कमा के लाता हूँ तो एंजॉय करती है। सुन सुनकर एक दिन तो उसका मन भारी हो गया। ठीक है, आज इसको मैं मज़ा चखाती हूँ, मैं क्या करती हूँ इसको आज मालूम कर पड़ेगा। वो सुबह उठी नहीं, सिर पर पट्टी बांधकर सो गई गुस्से में। बोला आज मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, मैं ना नाश्ता बना सकती, ना मैं बच्चों को तैयार कर सकती, ना आपका टिफ़िन वगैरह तैयार कर सकती। आप जो करना है कीजिए, मेरे को आज रेस्ट लेना है। गुस्से में पति चला गया घर से बाहर, नाश्ता किया, ऑफिस से आया। बच्चे स्कूल नहीं गए, उन्होंने ना कुछ ड्रेसअप किया बच्चों को, ना स्नान कराए, छोटे छोटे किड्स थे। और वो एक कॉर्नर में बैठ के पॉपकॉर्न खा रही थी और पति ने देखा बाथरूम में भी जैसे कपड़े रखे हैं रखे, बर्तन भी नहीं साफ हुए, भोजन भी नहीं बना, ये सब क्या है? नहीं, आप रोज बोलते ना क्या करती है तू, ये देखो मैं कितना काम करती थी, अभी आप करो। उस दिन उसके पति को एहसास हुआ कि वाइफ कितना काम करती है, घर की हर नीड्स को भी फुलफिल करती, बच्चों को पालना पोसना, सबको तैयार करना, सबके लिए भोजन बनाना, आने और जाने के ध्यान रखना, कब किस समय पर किसको क्या चाहिए। हर एक व्यक्ति अगर एक दूसरे को इस मूल्य की दृष्टि से देखेगा कि हर एक का इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है, हर एक का इम्पोर्टेंस है इस परिवार में, तो हम कभी किसी पर क्रोध नहीं कर सकते, बल्कि हमें एक दूसरे के प्रति सद्भावना होगी, शुभ भावना होगी, करुणा होगी, दया होगी कि हमें एक दूसरे की मदद करके इस स्ट्रेस को कम करना है।
थैंक यू बहन जी। एक दूसरे के प्रति रिस्पेक्ट रखकर, एक दूसरे के काम को सम्मान देकर हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद बहन जी का। और एक क्वेश्चन आया है भाई साहब राम प्रकाश भाई जी आपके लिए। द क्वेश्चन इज़, एज यू वर सेइंग दैट डू द एक्ट ऑफ गुडनेस इन योर सेशन, you were saying that doing the act of goodness. So if we keep doing act of goodness, what if people take an advantage of it? Then don't we need to stop goodness with that particular person or something else? मतलब अगर अच्छा करने से सामने वाला मेरा एडवांटेज लेने लगता है तो क्या हमें अच्छा रोक देना चाहिए या कुछ और सजेशन आप बताएंगे?
मेरा ख्याल है ये सभी की प्रॉब्लम है, यूनिवर्सल। सबको ऐसा लगता है पीपल आर टेकिंग एडवांटेज ऑफ मी। हाथ खड़ा करो जो कहते हैं हाँ आई एम ए गुड पर्सन, पीपल टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ मी। है कि नहीं है सबका ये क्वेश्चन? हमारा भी ये क्वेश्चन था, लेकिन हमने देखा क्या, हिंदी में करें हैं या हमने देखा क्या, अच्छा so the I in my life I also felt people are taking advantage of me, but then I said okay, today I am not going to help you, and because when their turn will come they will walk away and I will again help them. One time I was very strong, I am not going to help you, they started to cry, then I got melted. Then again they walk away whenever their turn comes. One day I was so strong, I really did not help. On that day, I felt I was in more sorrow than that person. तो फिर मैंने अपने आप को I said to myself, why should I suffer? When other person is not doing something good, at least I should not suffer because I went against my nature, I went against my conscience when I did not help. फिर मैंने I really thought that way, I will keep helping, and if they don't want, that is fine, maybe I'm emotional, maybe something's terribly wrong with me, but still I will keep helping. But what I noticed, somehow or another I kept growing. And the people who are taking advantage, they always remain at the low point. And then I said that this is simple science. People can take advantage of me only if I have advantage. I am here, they are at a disadvantage. Energy flows only from the higher level to lower level. Then I say, okay, I will do 10 times for you. Do at least 1 time for me. Give me something 1 time. But in order to receive, I am here, other person here, where I have to come below that person. So that's below my dignity. It is not acceptable to me. ऐसा देना अच्छा लगता है? Do you like to keep the hand like this or like this? सब कहेंगे ऐसा ही है कि नहीं है? But there is a science. When people take advantage of you, you get advantage from nature, from God, from circumstances. Maybe your children turn out to be good. Maybe you are saved from accident. Maybe you have to make a life decision and you turn out to be right. ऐसा होता है कई बार. Sometimes there is 50-50 chances this way or that way, and you end up making the right decision. So where this all comes from? This comes from the universal, when we talk about the law of karma, that once people take from you, you start to receive. Only when the wind, the hot air goes in one direction, then the fresh air comes. Only when the water comes out to the tap, you get the fresh water from the tank. People not only said that, Ram, like you are innocent, and I think we all are innocent, है ना? अपने में check करके देखो, check within yourself. You could be very successful in your business, but check your heart, how innocent you all are at heart. Bolo, innocent. There is anybody smart sitting over here? Oh, I am really smart? Nobody. We all are there. So, many times people told me, Ram, you are very innocent, people are using you. So, मैं उनको कहता हूँ, oh, people are using me, that means I am useful. Otherwise, I will become useless. Nahi, do I want to become useless? Or people keep using me, the microphone is useful, that's why it has a value. So people keep using me and my value will keep on increasing. So it makes sense? Wonderful. क्योंकि जो useful होता है ना, everybody will say, come, come, come. आप आओ हमारे पास. Anybody will call the useless person भी आप हमारे घर आओ. अगर आके भी खड़ा हो गया कहते my gosh कब जाएगा? Do I want to become like that? है कि नहीं है? Even at the workplace, there is a saying, 20% do 80% of the work, and 80% people do 20% of the work. Which way I want to be? Do I want to be happy people? So compensation does not come only from money. Sometimes you'll see same money, two people are making, one person is doing so much work, other person khali बैठा है. But who people like? You know, the compensation comes from respect, comes from love, and the atmosphere you create. Whereas when you don't do anything, you know, the face भी देखेंगे ना, it will look sad. They always look sad, those who don't do things, you know. For people who take advantage, they remain low. People take advantage from you because you have advantage. So never be afraid of being a good person and taken advantage of. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bhai Sahab. It was so nice that being good for goodness of myself, not they are taking advantage, I am advantageous, I am useful. So anything we purchase, we also see for it, na, how advantageous it is. And that is what I am in the market. So be in your self-respect and proceed with your goodness. So don't refrain from your goodness. Thank you so much, Bhai Sahab. Brother Varaprasad ji, there is, you made one revolutionary invention about vaccine in India, and it is actually reaching to lakhs of people and people getting benefit of it. We would like to listen to the story, how it came in existence, and also how you cope up with the critics for your invention, and how you actually went into the market proudly and facing all the things, and you are here. Because I know you have a spiritual background inside you. So give us that orientation from your words.
How much time?
Okay. So how much?
You asked me my life, I have to describe how much time I should take.
So brother, it is like a vaccine dose is so small, na? So vaccinate your experience as small as possible. Powerful, but dose. Yes, Bhai Sahab, as you say. We will adjust how it is.
My vaccine is...
You are ready to sit, right? You are not hungry? Yes, we are ready to sit.
My vaccine is 10 ml dose. I take 10 minutes time.
Yes, Brother Sir.
Didi suggested 10 minutes. First, they wanted to know about my vaccine journey, isn't it? Vaccine journey. My background is not life sciences. I did my engineering. I started my career as R&D scientist in defense labs. I was not satisfied with the kind of research going on there and not being used it at all. So I was not happy the way they were doing, and also it was not used. I left the job. I joined a state government organization to promote industries. There are also many issues for me to compromise on ethics. I said it is not good for me. Nothing was straight. Not the people who deserve were getting the support, but people who have connections, access to power that be, they were being encouraged. So I left that also. I thought I am not suitable for this kind of environment. Best is for me to do agriculture. My father is agriculturalist, and that would be more suitable for me, I thought so. But Providence made me to turn around and joined an ongoing organization making batteries for defense applications. Import substitution batteries. There also some ethical issues, and my partner didn't like me. He has thrown me out. It is not a very respectable separation. I am speaking the truth here. So I was thrown out to the road. Probably I am a little bit of spiritual, not as much as my mother. I thought it is Providence that made me to leave this also. And in a very, what you call, unexpected turn of event, I happened to know about hepatitis B infection issue. India was having, at the time in 91-92, 45 million people were affected. China being the largest pool of infection, 50 million. And WHO was very serious about it. They mandated every newborn child should be vaccinated, without which they didn't want to support on any health programs offered for many countries, developing countries. I heard it in Geneva conference. Then I inquired about why this vaccine is not being used in India. It is very costly, number one. Number two, it is not made in India. We have to import it. Only 2 countries had the technology to make this vaccine, and we could not afford that high cost of vaccine. In 91-92, Indian foreign exchange reserves were very meager, 200 million, 250 million. Today we have 570 billion as our foreign exchange reserve. So in those circumstances, Government of India kept silent. The moment they talk about hepatitis B and they make an awareness program, we have the tendency in the country to stand in the queue for free vaccines. That's what in WHO Geneva I heard. They were very unparliamentary in their remarks, saying that not only India, they talked about India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar. These beggar countries come with a begging bowl for subsidized vaccines, which very, very harsh words. And I didn't accept it. I was very upset about it. When I inquired in the country, the medical community said that it is a very costly vaccine, and we are not much aware of it. It is not being imported. Very small quantity is coming for rich and famous people who could afford it. They were taking. Each vaccine dose was costing 840 rupees. One has to take 3 doses to protect totally from the infection. So a family of 3 or 4 members will cost more than 10,000 rupees. For a disease or for any problem, people can spend 10,000, but not in anticipation that it is going to have infection, so I should protect myself. That kind of thinking was not there. in 91, 92. So I requested some stalwarts in the pharma industry. They said that it is a biopharma vaccine, we cannot have it. We don't have technology. It is a recombinant technology. It takes time. They were diffident about what we cannot start this here. We have to wait for the technology. They know the depth and length of the technology because they are in that industry, pharma industry. They are having adequate, requisite knowledge about the domain. I do not have. I am an electronics fellow. I am an engineer, not a scientist. But my persistence that we should have this vaccine in the country for our children, and my foolishness, my ignorance, made me to think that I can do this. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. If nobody is doing it, let me do it, I thought. Then I had belief in our scientists, our scientific temper. Our engineers and doctors and scientists are doing extremely well in other countries. Why not we do it ourselves? That's how I came into this line. The purpose, the aim is, the sankalpam, what we call in Sanskrit, make it available in the country, make it affordable in the country. When other vaccines, for example, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, measles, mumps, rubella, BCG, all these vaccines are at 30 rupees, 40 rupees, 50 rupees, not more than that. This vaccine also should be made available at 50 rupees, then only government will come forward to include this into immunization schedule, and every newborn child can be given this vaccine by government itself. If they include in the immunization schedule, every newborn child will automatically get it from primary health centers wherever the baby is born. That was my sankalpam, and we did it. Thanks to, salute to our scientists. In 5 years they did it against many odds, not one simple odd. We were talking about stress. The kind of stress I have gone in those days, I will tell you. Because this subject is new, no bank believed me that I can take up this project. They didn't give one rupee also, not even one single bank. We have Industrial Development Bank of India, we have Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI. They are all meant for encouraging technology development and related industries. Okay, regular banks like State Bank of India, Andhra Bank, so many banks, none of them allowed me to take up this project. They didn't support anything. I don't know the technology. Not many people are in this line having experience, hands-on experience. You got me what I am saying? Suppose I want to start a cement industry. There are so many cement industries. I can hire one vice president of any big cement industry. He can come and give me a blueprint how to build a vaccine factory, how to develop this, how to manufacture it. I don't have any precedence. No biopharma at that time. In 91, not even a single company doing biopharma. And I am novice to it. Government doesn't have any impression about it. I went and met Central Health Secretary, Health Minister. They were all ridiculing me. What nonsense you are talking. We never had any vaccine developed indigenously so far. All vaccines, whatever we are having right now, they are either imported technology or purchased technology, or we are totally importing the product. But no one has developed here in this country. We have no experience in that line. And you being an electronics fellow, you want to do this vaccine? Don't waste our time, they used to say. So, there is no conviction in the government, no money for it, no technology for it, and I am not aware of it, and the entire country is not for it. They were thinking that it is an imaginary world. In such circumstances, we did it. Multinationals were selling at 840, we could launch at 50. Before launching, at 50 rupees, now only for short time of 50 rupees. Later it has come down to 23 rupees. And internationally it is being sold at $100 even today. In advanced countries, in Germany, etc., they sell at $70 or $80. In America, including service charges, they call it $100. We are giving it 23 cents to UNICEF or WHO. So this is possible because of conviction that we have technological superiority over the other races. This civilization is much older than any European or American nations. And that evolution of brain is much better. We have gone through a long saga of innovation and research. This made me to venture into, and finally we did it. Situation is, in such circumstances, a lot of stress. I am very healthy person from childhood because of the corruption at government levels. When I developed this vaccine and I wanted to introduce it to immunization schedule, then Health Minister, I can quote the name also, Anbavani Ramdas, he demanded 25 crores to include this into immunization schedule. On a principle, I didn't want to pay. I told him on his face that it is not good, you should not ask, I will not give. It was not included for immunization schedule for 11 years in the country. Is it not stressful? Very stressful. When we got the technology, we developed it ourselves with total indigenous effort, and we made it at 50 rupees against 840 rupees, and our children were not given by government. We only could sell it in selected pockets of metropolitan cities. That is not enough. We have every year 23 million babies. They are all spread across the length and breadth of the country. I cannot send my sales force to all the nook and corner of the country. Company is very small. Profit margin is very meager. I cannot afford to have more staff. Government should have purchased in bulk and given to all the newborn children. They have not done it. To overcome this, my solace is Sahityam, literature, music, and get into seva. That will give you a lot of solace. Listen to a good music. Go through some thought-provoking books. You can definitely come out of it. And also, my brother told me, believe in Gita, do your job, leave the result to God. When you get attached to it, you get stressful. I could come out of that. I realized that every challenge or every problem is an opportunity to overcome it. For example, when we did this vaccine at low cost, multinational companies spread a rumor that it is not well tested, it is dangerous for children. I went and complained to the drug control department. It is very vilification being done on the Indian company, Indian innovation. Why don't you do with this, stop this vilification campaign? He wanted to be away from the controversy. That is between you and that company, you solve it. Then I put a word to him that you have given the license to me, the blame is on you, you have given the license without properly testing my vaccine. Then he woke up. He asked me to compare both the vaccines, that imported vaccine and my vaccine. At 6 centers, we came out with flying colors. This vaccine is more powerful, more potential, and only 2 doses will be enough, not 3 doses. It has been published in international magazines. We gained 70% of the market share than them. Is it not what you call how a threat has become an opportunity for me. To avoid the stress, we should accept any challenge. Actually, when you want to grow, you need support of family, and also you need a very good competitor to make you better. So that's how I could come out of that stressful times by taking the challenge in the right spirit and go on improving yourself without expecting any results. Do it, your duty. If results come, good. If the result is negative, accept it and try to improve yourself. This way we can totally avoid any stress, and we can be nimitta matram or sthita pragnata can come only when you don't get attached to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaisab. It was a nice story to learn that how things went all difficult, and then how that courage come from inside to cross it and to win it, and then coming outward for human welfare. Thank you so much, Vaisab. And yes,
I missed one point. Apart from listening to music or reading literature, you have to be spiritual. spiritual doesn't mean that only Bhakti Marga. No. Spirituality is something different from Bhakti is also part of spirituality. I am not denying that. But there is a holistic meaning of spirituality. In spirituality, one should be able to accept things as they are. You should be able to pardon others. Unless you have that habit, you have no right to ask Almighty to pardon you. And in spirituality, mostly you will get relief by going into meditation. That's what I learned from Brahma Kumaris. Meditation, many people misconstrue prayer and meditation are the same. No. Prayer is you are talking to God. Meditation is you are listening to God. If you get into meditation, you will get many directions, what you should do, what you should avoid. All these things will give you a lot of solace and peace of mind. Without peace of mind, you will be stressful. The best solution is get into meditation, and that will give definitely a lot of relief to you.
Thank you, Vaisa. And that is what the core of Brahma Kumaris suggests, that solving our problems, becoming independent to solve our problems with our own spiritual consciousness. So here we have another gem in the panel, Sister Praveena. Sister Praveena has a very rich experience to be with our former head of the organization, Dadi Janki ji. She was awarded with most stable-minded lady in the world, and she has number of achievement later. And Sister Praveena, there is a question for us from audience. Then what is the definition of happiness? And is it being happy with what you have? Is it okay? Or should we seek happiness elsewhere by trying new things? अगर जो है उससे ही खुश रहें या और नई चीज़ों के लिए हम अप्रोच करें. So what do you think? If Dadi would be here, so what she must be saying us?
ओम शांति. हमारे जीवन में हम हमेशा कुछ न कुछ प्राप्त करने के लिए पुरुषार्थ करते रहते हैं. जो है उनको हम अप्रिशिएट नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन जो नहीं है उसकी चाहना हमेशा बनी रहती है, और जिसके कारण हम अपनी खुशी को गंवा देते हैं. हमने देखा है कि दादी जानकी हमेशा नवीनता में बिलीव करते थे, लेकिन जो उनके पास था उसकी भी वो उतनी ही वैल्यू करते थे, क्योंकि दादी ने आध्यात्मिकता को अपने जीवन का एक पार्ट बना दिया था. और आध्यात्मिकता में वो ताकत है, सेटिस्फैक्शन अपने जीवन में लाता है. तो दादी ने हमें यही सिखाया है कि जो हमारे पास है उसकी वैल्यू करें, और नवीनता भी, क्रिएटिविटी भी हमारे जीवन में चाहिए, क्योंकि प्रगतिशील हमारा जीवन है और जीवन के अंदर प्रगति करना एक बहुत ज़रूरी भी है. क्रिएटिविटी होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तो वो भी हमारे जीवन में होना चाहिए. और वो क्रिएटिविटी आध्यात्मिकता की ओर यदि हमें ले जाती है तो वो हमें बहुत अच्छी जीवन बना देती है और हमारे जीवन का तरीका बदल देती है. तो दादी जी, मैं यही देखा है कि 7 साल की उम्र में उनको भारत से विदेश भेजा गया, ताकि विदेश में वो ब्रह्मा कुमारी संस्था की स्थापना कर सकें, जबकि रिटायर्ड होने का समय था. लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने अपनी आध्यात्मिक जर्नी को और डेवलप करने के लिए विदेशों में भी उन्होंने वो सेवा किया. और 140 कंट्रीज़ में दादी ने ब्रह्मा कुमारीज़ की ब्रांचेस को एस्टेब्लिश किया। और एज ऑफ 90 दादी इस संस्था की एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव हेड बने, तो वो भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी, जबकि लोग खटिये में होते हैं और दादी जी ने इतनी बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक नया रूप दिया। तो हम यही कहेंगे कि नवीनता हमारे जीवन में बहुत बहुत आवश्यक है। ओम शांति।
Thank you, Praveena Ben. So, when you are here, it looks like Dadiji is here, and saying Dadiji is preachings to us. It was very nice that bringing newness and giving respect to what we have earlier. So, thank you so much. And we are seeing the watch. We are exceeding with time. And we wind up our discussion here, although thanks for you all that such nice questions you sent and all of you participated so nicely. Thanks to our all panelists. And here I just want to listen a few things from the one who actually opened her hearts to bring us, to put together everything, fall in place for this program. जिन्होंने इस program के लिए बस तिनके से लेकर के टॉप तक हर चीज़ में मदद की, जिन्होंने हम सबको होस्ट किया है, जिन्होंने हम सबको प्रेम पालना से पाला, और जो हमारे लिए फ्रेंड फिलोसफर गाइड की तरह हैं, रिस्पेक्टेड कुलदीप बहन जी, वी वांट टू क्लोज अप द प्रोग्राम विथ हर ब्लेसिंग्स। एंड बहन जी, इस प्रोग्राम के लिए बहन जी की ब्लेसिंग्स हमारे प्रति।
ओम शांति। आज हम सबके बीच में हमारे परम आदरणीय रिस्पेक्टेड वरप्रसाद रेड्डी जी और राम प्रकाश भाई, सुभाष भाई, प्रवीणा बहन और रुचि बहन और आप सभी उपस्थित भाई बहनों को बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है। आप सब यहाँ आए। बिजनेस इंडस्ट्री फील्ड ऐसा है जो स्ट्रेसफुल लाइफ है, लेकिन इस स्ट्रेस को मिटाने के लिए आप सब ने देखा है हर फील्ड में सबके महानुभवों के अनुभव सुनते हुए कि आज हमें किस चीज़ की आवश्यकता है। तो थोड़ा सा अपने ऊपर हम फोकस करें कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, इस दुनिया में हम किस लिए आए, क्या यही जीवन है जो हम जी रहे हैं, खाना पीना सोना और कमाना। आज जीव जंतु पशु पक्षी सब अपने परिवार को पालना जानते हैं, वो भी जन्म देते हैं, पालना देते हैं, फिर जन्म के बाद मृत्यु निश्चित ही है। क्या यही जीवन है? जीवन का सही अर्थ क्या है? जीवन जीने की कला क्या है? जीवन कैसे जीना है? ये राजयोग के माध्यम से हम सीख सकते हैं कि हम इंटेलेक्चुअल्स हैं, हम अपना जीवन इन जीव जंतुओं जैसा नहीं बिताएं कि हमने बस सुबह उठे, कमा लिया, खा लिया और आके सो गए। हमने अपने इस जीवन में क्या प्राप्ति की, हम किस लिए आए इस दुनिया में, क्या कमी थी इस दुनिया में, इतने सारे लोग हैं, लेकिन मेरा इस सृष्टि पर क्या पार्ट है, मुझे कुछ विशेष पार्ट प्ले करना है, मुझे इस संसार को क्या देना है, क्योंकि हम अपने जीवन से बहुत कुछ दे सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ सीख भी सकते हैं, औरों को भी हम अच्छी बातें सिखा भी सकते हैं। तो ये राजयोग हमें जीवन जीने की कला सिखाता है, किस तरह हम अपने गृहस्थ व्यवहार में रहते हुए अपनी लाइफ को लोटस फ्लावर की तरह लीड करें। रहना भी इसी संसार में है, संसार सागर में, लेकिन स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ कैसे हो सकती है? भाई साहब ने भी अपने जीवन का अनुभव सुनाया कि मेडिटेशन एक ऐसा साधन है, ऐसी साधना है जिससे मनुष्य अपने मन को एकाग्र कर अनेक प्रॉब्लम से हम अपने आप को दूर रख सकते हैं। जैसे कमल का पुष्प रहता जल और कीचड़ में है, लेकिन खुद निर्लिप्त रहता है। हमें भी अपनी सब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज संभालते हुए प्रवृत्ति को भी संभालना है, कारोबार भी संभालना है, लेकिन ट्रस्टी होकर रहें, मेरा कुछ भी नहीं है। जहाँ मैंपन है, जहाँ मेरापन है, वहीं स्ट्रेस पैदा होती है। और हम एक तरफ कहते सब कुछ ईश्वर का है, जब सब कुछ उसका ही है, अच्छा हो या बुरा उसका ही है, नुकसान हुआ तो उसका, फ़ायदा हुआ तो उसका। क्योंकि आज की दुनिया में इतना मनुष्य के अंदर शक्ति कम है, वो खुशी की बात को भी डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर सकता है। हम कई बार वो जोक सुने होंगे आपने एक हार्ट पेशेंट था, तो उसको लॉटरी आई 5-6 लाख की, लेकिन उसकी वाइफ ने उसको बताना उचित नहीं समझा। उसके कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट के पास गई कि मेरे हस्बैंड को ये खुशखबरी कैसे सुनाऊं, आप ही कुछ रास्ता बताइए। तो कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट ने शुरू किया कि भैया अगर आपकी 1 लाख की लॉटरी निकले मुझे कितना देंगे? बोला 50%। 2 लाख की हो तो 1 लाख आपका 1 मेरा, 5 लाख की तो 50-50। डॉक्टर को ही अटैक आ गया। तो इसका मतलब मनुष्य खुशी भी डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर सकता है, इतना शक्तिहीन है। तो ये राजयोग में हम मान अपमान, निंदा स्तुति, सुख दुख में अपनी स्थिति को समान रख सकते हैं, क्योंकि परमात्मा अपने बच्चों को अपने समान बनाता है, हर गुण में, हर शक्ति में। तो सर्वशक्तिवान से जब हम सर्व शक्तियों को प्राप्त करते हैं, उन शक्तियों के आधार से हम अपने जीवन को बहुत सुखमय बना सकते, बहुत पीसफुल लाइफ आप लीड कर सकते हैं। प्रतिदिन जैसे हम भोजन के लिए समय निकालते, पानी पीने के लिए इतना टाइम तो है ना सबके पास, प्यास लगे तो पानी पीते हो या नहीं, अपने वर्क फील्ड में भी इसी तरह से इतना सा ही समय निकालिए 1-1 घंटे में। जैसे आप पानी पीना जरूरी समझते, ऐसे 1 मिनट 2 मिनट का अभ्यास अपने मन को शांत करने का। क्योंकि हमारे इस विद्यालय में हर घंटे में 1 मिनट का एक सॉन्ग बजता है, उसको हम ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल कहते हैं। जैसे दुनिया में अगर सिग्नल्स ना हो ना ट्रैफिक के, तो बहुत एक्सीडेंट होंगे। तो यहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा ट्रैफिक चलती है माइंड में। उसको भी बीच बीच में अगर आप ब्रेक देंगे, सिग्नल देंगे कि शांत हो जाओ, तो जितना मन को शांत करेंगे उतना आप परमात्मा से प्राप्तियों का अनुभव करेंगे, और आप अपनी प्रॉब्लम को भी समझ सकेंगे, और सॉल्यूशन भी आपको मेडिटेशन में प्राप्त होगा। तो प्रतिदिन ब्रह्मा कुमारीज ईश्वरी विश्वविद्यालय में यहाँ क्लासेस होती हैं। फाउंडेशन कोर्स 7 डेज़ का है, और सिर्फ मेडिटेशन अगर बहुत कम टाइम है, आप 3 डेज़ में भी मेडिटेशन सीख सकते हैं। और दिन भर प्रतिदिन इसको हम अपने अभ्यास में अगर लाएंगे तो हमारा जीवन बहुत सुखी, कुशल, सफल होगा। ओम शांति।
Thank you, Benji. And here we come to the end of this program. Well, it is not end, it is going to be a new beginning, right? So new beginning inside with inner strength. So I'll request our sisters to Benji के द्वारा ईश्वरीय सौगात और ईश्वरीय प्रसाद और हमारे सभी गेस्ट का सम्मान होगा। Benji felicitating Dr. Varaprasad Reddy garu. can actually participate. Now, Kuldeep felicitating our brother Subhash Agarwal ji. Thanks to all our guests to take some good time and good intellectual thoughts to share with us. Praveena Ben from Mount Abu, she is presenting Rajyogini. There are a few announcements before we finally complete the program. As you see, this program is, we came to the end of program. You heard a lot about Raj Yoga meditation, spirituality. So you can connect with us for meditation if you want to begin your life for spiritual concepts. So basically we offer 7 days, means 1 day 45-minute course. This course is foundation course for meditation. This course is being offered in every centers of Brahma Kumaris and also in Gachibowli, this ashram, Shanti Sarovar. This course consists of concepts and practical meditation, and you can actually reach to any of our center in Twin Cities. You can get addresses at internet. Apart from that, in Shanti Sarovar, there are different type of features which you can take benefit of these. There is a weekly feature of Shanti Sarovar, which is called Sunday Talk. It is a family program separately for elders and children. So there are 2 parallel programs every Sunday evening, 5:30 to 6:30. It is Sunday Talk for elders and Bal Vrindavanam for children altogether. There are meditation camps which are going online now, and we are just thinking to switch it residential programs, bi-monthly program, once in Hindi, another time in Telugu. You can take our registration numbers from outside, and you can actually register for this program, the Raj Yoga Foundation Meditation Camp. There are different type of corporate programs also. We offer corporate programs at this campus. You can bring your office people or your family people, and we can sit together, make a tailor-made program as for your requirement. Apart from that, our faculties visit to your office to give different type of programs based on life management skills and spirituality. Here comes to the last point of our program. You are lot of thanks for you to take your time and being patient with us and such a nice participation. You are requested to reach dining hall number 6 after this program because Brahma Bhojan, that lunch is prepared for all of you. So thank you so much. Om Shanti. We'll sit just half minute in silence and we pack up the program. Thank you.